Guys, so yesterday somebody asked if I would share more of my costumes. I will do my best to show you as much as possible. This is my 1980s to sort of 1990s bucket of costumes. These are all stuff that I've worn on TV shows or live tours. The very first tour that I went on was for the USO, and this was our tour jacket. It was a group called Mirror Images, and we traveled all around Asia and all over the place with our tribute shows. So I actually kept that. This, I don't know where my jacket is, but this was my backup dancer's jacket. You can see, actually, for anybody that was around in the 80s, Madonna had her boy toy line of clothing, and that's still there. This was something that somebody from Japan, off the streets of Japan, they put it on my jacket for me. So this is Who's That Girl tour. You guys remember the Campbell Soup jacket that all her dancers wore and Madonna wore. Some t-shirts that I've worn throughout certain photo shoots. That one, everybody remembers this one. Yes. And of course, saved my Evita dress, my gown. One of them, you can see, this has survived many, many quick costume changes and shows. Desperately Seeking Susan, of course, the iconic boots. I saved them. Can't believe that I did, but I did save a lot of my Madonna stuff. Desperately Seeking boots. I guess Leeds shoe store was selling those at the time, and I grabbed a pair, and I'm glad I did. Desperately Seeking Susan jacket. I had somebody make for me. When I did meet and greets in the 80s, this was always my go-to. And of course, Susan in between a lot of my live shows. She wore that with like a little green mini skirt. Jean Paul Gaultier suit. It's still surviving. God bless this costume. It has seen so many things. This was created custom for me by Trashy Lingerie in Los Angeles. It kind of looks ordinary now, but at the time, this was like a really custom, beautiful costume that they matched Madonna's double strap. It's $350, you would never guess. Still surviving. And then of course, this looks pretty worn out. Also, when I wore this, everybody was always asking about the tassels. My grandma was a dancer back in the 30s, and she could actually swirl them both the same way. She was trying to show me. That one, and then I also had my backup without the tassels because some clients just didn't want. So you can see the spiral bust. Erotica is not much, whip and a mask and a collar. Erotica mask. Vita. Wouldn't be Vita without the whip. A little bit hard to see the pointed bustier. And of course, she wore that with her biker shorts, some fishnets, and a little sheer top that went over it. Bag of accessories. Going back to the 80s. How many of you guys have this toy belt? And then I kept some, but thanks to my amazing friend Michael Dorian, he hooked me up and gave me all his bangles. So this is basically a whole bag of Madonna bangles. Yeah, they're still cool. I still like them. And just studs and stuff like that. That would go with anything 1980s. The little top. A little tiny pair of pants that I used to fit in. And then little cuffs that go on the bottom of the pants. That is Holiday Blonde Ambition. This might be a little hard to tell, but this is Blonde Ambition, Oh Father. When Madonna performed with Anthony Kiedis, The Lady's a Tramp, where she wore the long trench coat with the slits up both sides. Borderline. Borderline was my very first costume when I went to my first audition as Madonna. My mom had to make me a costume really quickly, and I said, Mom, I need something that looks like Madonna. And so she literally went and cut the sleeve off her blouse her striped blouse. She stuck it on my head and she created a big bow. And that was it. That was my costume. And thank you, Mom, I booked that job. The rest is history, or herstory, as they say. Well, that is it, you guys. I wanted to share at least this half of my costumes with you all. If you have a request for a particular costume that I did not show, let me know, because there's so many I lose track. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.